right, let me just get this order in place real quick. Okay, there we go. People are always asking, how does DTS deal with choppy markets? Well, take a look at this chart right here. This is crude oil. It's a crazy choppy market, and how do I know it's crazy choppy? Well, just take a look at what's going on with the bars. This is the Hawk micro scalper, the scalper portion of the DTS system. And look at the color of the bars, how they keep changing, how they keep going back and forth from red to yellow to green to yellow to red. And that alone tells me that this market is in a very choppy state. We also have the Hawk microscalper filter displayed at the bottom, and that is also flip-flopping back and forth. When the market is trending nicer or when there's some momentum building, then it tends to stay solid green or solid red, but right now it's flip-flopping back and forth. The other thing that I get to do with DTS is you can see that right now crude oil is just printing warning dots. So we've got these little warning dots printing below the bars. That is only the first part of our signal. That means that only part of the signal is developed and that the trade is not ready to trigger yet. This gives me some time to actually set up a trade. It gives me an opportunity to see what's going on. And what I'm doing is I can anticipate where the hash mark will print with my handy dandy little tool called the Logi Counter, which are those faded numbers that you see above and below the current bar. But what I'm looking for here is I'm either looking for crude oil to come lower and actually give me a signal by triggering the signal, and in which case it will print a triangle and a hash mark, or I'm looking for prices to continue higher, in which case the bar color will change again, the filter might change, my macro trend line or micro trend line might change, and that tells me that the market is still too choppy to trade and it's time to take it off of the board. So let's just take a look here. It looks like crude oil is trying to press higher, in which case, like I said, the bar color will change and it will be time to scrub the trade. We'll give it a minute, see what happens. All right, well, here we are a couple minutes later. You can see that the crude oil market did go higher, printed yellow bars, and now we're printing green bars, so obviously no longer a selling opportunity here. Time to pull the trade and look for another opportunity. This is the Eagle Trend Trader with the mini Dow. And I just wanted to show you, again, the mini Dow, very choppy this morning, much like crude oil. But a major advantage with DTS is that the way the signals develop, we're only brought into the trade when the market is actually behaving as it's supposed to. So we're not predicting future price action. We're only getting involved when the market actually performs as we expect it to. In this particular signal, I have what we call the rule of three signal. So I'm looking for an opportunity to sell the YM, but only if prices continue lower. I had that trend line up there to see where the trend traders were looking, but it's really not necessary. I have my order set up to sell below the last signal, and we'll see what comes of that. But DTS designed to keep you out of the market until the market performs as you expect. And that's how you trade a choppy market.